Well, visits to loved ones in care homes in England will be possible by Christmas, according to ministers. Families and campaigners have been increasingly critical of the negative impact that the ban on visits has had on care home residents, especially those with dementia. A pilot scheme involving 20 homes in Hampshire, Devon and Cornwall, which will provide regular testing, got underway today. Our social affairs correspondent Alison Holt has more details.
This was mid-March before lockdown, the last time 67-year-old Bob Such and his wife Chris were able to hug. He has Alzheimer's and had just moved into a care home.
See you so much. Oh. Yeah.
Since then, most of their contact's been like this, deeply distressing for them both. The testing pilot offers hope for the future, but it still feels a long way off.
It's been absolutely cruel to see him scratching at the window, him calling, come in. He doesn't understand. He's in the latter stages of dementia, and his well-being and quality of life have been severely impacted, as has mine.
Their son's a doctor working on a busy hospital COVID ward. He deals with the risks each day and says it should be possible for families to have closer contact in care homes.
It's a catastrophe for everyone in a similar scenario, including me, because we don't get this time back. You know, my father and lots of other people will deteriorate during this period, and we appreciate the difficulties everybody's facing. It's not easy for us all to manage, but it must be managed, and we must find solutions.
Testing is seen as the key to safe visits. I was tested at a home by care staff last week who had a machine to provide a quick result. The pilot scheme will use slightly different tests, but will allow regular checks for named relatives or friends. It's promised this will then roll out nationally.
Our goal is to ensure that we have the testing available in every care home by Christmas to make sure that people can then take a test and therefore see their loved ones safely.
To comply with CQC regulations in order...
But with coronavirus cases rising in hospitals, homes like this one in Scarborough are making preparations for accepting COVID-positive patients to ease pressures. After so many care home deaths from the virus nationally, infection control checks are now tougher.
We have a COVID-positive isolated floor, dedicated staff, dedicated facilities, so they don't come into contact with anyone else. But as I say, these people have to be looked after somewhere, and if we don't look after them, they have to go miles away from where they perhaps live for their recuperation.
It underlines the complications of the situation, balancing the many pressures with the needs of residents and relatives.
It's so cruel, Joe.
I know, Mum. It is cruel.
But for families like the Suches, visitor testing by Christmas is a target that must not be missed. Alison Holt, BBC News.